You're masturbating your power away into a screen, and then you're wondering why your wife doesn't find you powerful. I'm Mary Knight, and this is Sex, Love, and Soul. So the other day, I was talking to a client. He's a good man. He loves his wife, and he mentioned his use of porn as kind of this throwaway detail. But as he spoke, I could see the leak in his masculine container. I could see exactly why his wife had started to distance herself. And today I'm going to talk about that leak. I am certainly not here to judge anybody, but I do offer a very raw perspective as a woman who has seen the mechanics of male desire from the inside, from back a long time ago when I was a high-end escort and I was also a madam and a wife. So when a man mentions porn use as a throwaway detail, he's kind of missing the point. He's treating it like it's just this little minor scratch. But energetically, this is where your power is bleeding out. Porn, just like seeing escorts, isn't just a bad habit. It's an active breach in your masculine container. A sexual relationship is an alchemical container. It transforms you. Your body, your mind, and your soul, your whole nervous system, your sense of power, your capacity to penetrate life. Like all of that is worked out and shaped by your sex life. The men with that spring in their step and roses in their cheeks, you can tell who's getting laid and who's not just by looking at a man, the way he moves. So sex is never neutral. And when you use porn or escorts, you're bringing that into your marriage. You're not just having a release. You're dragging all of those other women into the bedroom with you and your wife. It's like you're plugging junk data into a sacred system and then wondering why that whole system crashes when you try to use it with your wife. And I want to be really blunt about who these women are that you're inviting into your home. These women don't care about you. They don't care about your wife, your kids, or the life that you've built. By its very nature, this type of transaction is designed to take. It's a predator of your life force. You're not just paying with money. You're paying with your masculine edge. And you're paying to have your edge dulled and your focus stolen. There are different types of men who use porn. Some of them use it in secret and they're ashamed and they try to hide it. Other men use it as a bargaining chip, or they try to use it as a bargaining chip. They tell their wives, well, I know you don't like that I use porn, but if you were having sex with me, then maybe I wouldn't be watching so much porn. Maybe I wouldn't be watching porn at all. Some of you mistakenly believe that it's going to bring your wife around. But as you probably already know, or you will very soon, all that really does is push her away. Even if it makes her more sexually available to you, it never lasts because you're triggering fear and competition in her. There's a reason you weren't having sex before you started using porn and seeing escorts. And instead of working on fostering that connection with your woman, you're falling for cheap thrills. They're convenient, they feel like comfort, but it's an escape. You're masturbating your power away into a screen. And then you're wondering why your wife doesn't find you powerful, or why she doesn't find you trustworthy enough to open up to. And instead of dealing with that real problem, you're just outsourcing the issue. And a lot of men are blaming their wives. If you've watched my other videos, you know that I believe that the man is the leader in the relationship. But when you go into escapes, right, like you start participating in cheap thrills, in effect, you're giving up your leadership role. So there is no one at home minding the store. I used to find this awkward to talk about, but I spent years as an escort, a stripper, a dominatrix, a fetish model, everything but a porn star. There are no commercially available videos of me. I'm saying all of that because I am not a prude when it comes to sex. I'm pretty open-minded, but I have never enjoyed porn. It took me a while to reconcile that within myself because I thought, here I am. I'm this woman that's part of the adult industry. Isn't it hypocritical of me to not want to be supportive of people using porn? Maybe I'm a hypocrite. I don't know. It doesn't matter. And I know a lot of women feel that same way. And it's not because they're total squares and closed-minded. It's because the energy of porn feels very hollow. It can only take and can't give anything back. When you are bringing that into your home, even in secret, you're bringing something dead into a place that is supposed to be about light and expansion and growth and aliveness. So bringing something like that into a home where you already feel like, oh, I kind of have a dead bedroom and this sucks, you're just bringing in more of that same crappy energy. Women don't want to put on a performance. They don't want to have duty sex or obligatory sex. They want to ride the sexual current with you. They want to be in their feminine energy. We want to fall back and be taken, not just physically, but energetically and spiritually. Your wife is looking for something real too. But you can't meet her there in reality and openness with a drained nervous system. That's what I believe is going on with men who seek out porn. You're trying to regulate your nervous system. And all it's doing is perpetuating dysregulation. And it's also training you. It's training your brain. You have a screen-trained arousal template. It just further distances you from your wife. These fantasy experiences are imprinting something on your soul, creating a copy of a copy of a copy. Because real sex is unpredictable. It's raw. It's revealing. And it will take you both deeper than you planned, but only if the masculine container can hold it. I know about this because I lived it. I stayed in a relationship for years where my ex-husband, not my current husband, my ex-husband was secretly watching porn. I kept trying to be more sexy. I was chasing his energy all around the house and I couldn't find it because it wasn't in our house anymore. I lost feelings of power as a woman. I lost my sense of erotic safety and clarity. It was devastating to me to be in this experience because I didn't understand what was going on. And when my marriage ended, I fell right back into sex work because my own internal container was shattered. It took me some time to realize, but I finally figured it out, that a woman who feels truly in her power and safety doesn't participate in sex work. Those two things just don't go together. But it took me a while. And once I did, I had to quit. I made an exit plan and I quit. And then I was able to choose men who were present with me, not split in their attention, not sexually, not with video games or gambling or drugs or booze, right? Someone who could actually be present, not trying to escape his own life. So if you're a man who wants to be powerful, I mean, really powerful, this is the first place to look. And this isn't about morality. It's about energy. If it drains you, it drains you. If it turns your wife off, it turns her off. So ask yourself honestly, what is the cost of where I put my energy? I'm not saying that you're broken or damaged, but you're definitely being careless with your power. Sitting with this is a lot. It's really heavy to realize that you've been leaking your power. If you're at a point where you're tired of the leaks and you want to learn how to actually hold that erotic fire again with your wife and in your own body, that's what I do. I work with men with that in my coaching and in my courses. So links are below. But for now, just breathe. Okay. As always, thank you so much for listening. It is my honor to be here. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. It's fast, it's fun, it's easy, it's free, and you just might learn something. Okay, bye for now.